Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Forrest Hopper here. Let me fix my camera already. Forrest Hopper here. Welcome back to another video. As you will more likely know, today it is 1:34 in the morning, and it is Christmas. So I would like to wish to anybody to all the night owls that decide to stop by here, even if you're just a lurker. I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and hope you guys have a good and a safe and Merry Christmas. Uh, man, it's crazy to think that we're already here. you know, it always seems like, and I've said this before, but it just seems like it was just yesterday when 2022 literally just started. And yet here we are on Christmas Day, celebrating with family, probably occasionally going to friends' streams just to see how they're doing, if they're live streaming at any point in time. Uh, but yeah, it's so crazy. Uh, so I figured this would be a chill stream where I talk about Christmassy type of stuff. Talk about stories that I remember taking place during Christmas time, and the whole shebang. And I might even talk about the gifts that I got from my parents, as well as what they got from me, as well as what one got for the other. You know. So yeah, this is gonna be a This is gonna be a chill stream where it's gonna be basically be me talking about all kinds of things that have happened at this day. Oh man, so many things to talk about here. So many crazy stories to talk about. Uh, but the cold air gust that's over here. It's over here on my what you guys may see as your right, but it is on my left. That being the excuse me. That being this window crack that's over here because somebody broke a window over here. I know who it is, but it's been so many years that I just stopped caring. But yeah, thankfully we are now past that winter storm that blew past us. Hey, Penguin Initiate, how you doing tonight? Merry Christmas to you, by the way. Um, well, I should say Happy Holidays, just in case there's probably going to be a few people that don't celebrate it. But yeah. Anyway, so basically gonna be talking about, you just woken up? Oh, huh. Well, I would say good morning, but I don't know what time it is over there at your neck of the woods. But yeah, so I'm spending the stream talking about all kinds of uh, Christmas stories that I found really funny. It's like 8:37 a.m., so it's fine. Ooh, all right. So let's talk about my past experiences with Christmas. Actually, I want to share a funny story that nobody in my family knows. Like they probably don't even remember it, but I remember it like it was yesterday. This was when my sister and I were kids. One night, um, one night, we were looking at. I think my mom or my dad, I don't know who it was, but they either brought home one book or they gave us both a book and just wrote our names on those. Those books where the ones that cater to kids. Those here, I actually have one to show you. So basically, something like this. So something like this where it's basically a holiday kids gift guide book. Yeah. I don't know if they bought like one or two of those, like one for me and one for my sister, if they had us both circle what we wanted. Um, but I remember uh, I was circling a few things. My sister was circling a few things of her own. So I think they got us both a different book, but the same one for each of us. And I remember my mom just yelling out loud. that like she wasn't yelling at anybody. Nobody got in trouble or anything, but she found it hilarious that my sister was circling things that were more catering to the boys, and I was circling a few things. Really, it was just like one thing involving the same series, but it was supposed. But she felt like it was something aimed at girls. I don't know what my sister was circling, but I was circling a few Sailor Moon dolls because I was a fan of Sailor Moon at the time. But my mom kind of found it hilarious. And looking back at it, I can see why, because usually the boy goes for boy things and the girl goes for girl things. Usually. Apparently, this was that one time where I'm like, I want something for that's for girls, and my sister's like, I want something for boys. So, yeah, that was a little funny story that I remember growing up. My family don't even remember. Like, I brought it up one time, and they all were like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, and then I told them again. They're like, "I don't remember that happening." I'm like, "Well, I remember like it was yesterday. What the heck?" So, yeah, that was a fun little pre-Christmas experience there. Another pre-Christmas experience that I had, I don't. It was probably like 2001 or 2002, but I know this because because I was into the 1999 movie of the Mummy, and they had the sequel coming out, and I was really excited. I was really hyped for it. I guess. Uh, so one night, so my parents bought it for me, but one night, but they're supposed to hide the gifts, because uh, obvious reasons. But one night, my sister and I were playing hide and seek, and I hid in my parents' closet because I thought it was a good hiding spot. I don't know what happened, but somehow I actually managed to run, like literally, not back into uh this thing. It was like this the Mummy Returns VHS movie and this Bob the Builder toy. Yes, Bob the Builder. Yeah, I was a big Bob the Builder fan back then. So then my sister goes to my parents. That's my heater coming on, by the way, in case you're wondering. So my sister goes get my mom and dad. They basically take the stuff that I found. I don't know what they did. I know what happened to them, but at that time I didn't know what was going on. I just found these new things. Oh,
Okay. Tuesday enough. Okay. One, you better check the
Okay, I have returned. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. My little, mishap. So, like I said before I was interrupted, uh, I found this Mummy Returns VHS tape and a Bob the Builder toy because I was into Bob the Builder at the time. But I didn't know what they were. I didn't even know what was going on with them. But I just found them, and they just literally bumped right into me. And so my sister calls for my parents. They take the stuff away from me. I didn't know what was going on because being a young kid, I didn't know what was going on. But then they played this trick that they were gonna give it away to charity or something, or give it to family, give it to some relatives, right? And then Christmas Day happens, and I ended up getting the VHS tape and the Bob the Builder toy for Christmas anyway. In my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I even said out loud, this is not what we were giving away to family or something like that. I don't remember if they responded to that or not, but, like if they reacted to that or not, but, yeah, I remember saying that out loud, but that was about it. Another Christmas story. This next Christmas story took place in 2006. I think it was 2000. It was 2006 or 2007. But either way, this one was an interesting story. So, and my parents have told me about that, but I'm gonna get into it. So, in 2006 or 7, my sister and I were gifted each a Nintendo DS game. She got Nintendogs. I got Pokemon Diamond for Christmas, right? I also got I want to say like 3 or 4 different Game Boy Advance games. And then we both opened our big handheld console. I got a Game Boy Advance SP, which I think I still have to this day, actually. Actually, it's over here. Actually, it's right here. Actually, it's right here. This is still, it is a little bit dirty, but this is the very Game Boy Advance SP that I got for Christmas all those years ago. I somehow still have it. I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of it, but yeah, this is really what I got. And the reason why there's these two right here, because they were sticker spots. They were Pirates of the Caribbean stickers. And my parents actually got me alongside this. They got alongside this a Batman Game Boy Advance protective cover for it. When it covered the screen, yeah, I know the screen's all kind of messed up. I'll have to clean it. But yeah, when it covered the screen, it covered the buttons. But I didn't really like it because it felt like to me. Oh, and in case you're wondering, there is actually a game in here. So there was actually a game in there. I need to get a charger. I might actually get a charger for this later on and play some Game Boy Advance. But how would I be able to do this? Like put it in a way where it's like I'm doing it like this, but that'd be so bad. But yeah, I enjoyed this thing. It was so fun. I loved it. But my sister got the Nintendo DS, and honestly, it was kind of a hassle, really, that we, like, one person got a DS, the other person got a Game Boy. My parents later told me that they only had enough money to get one of us a DS. So of course they had to give it to the older child. But that's okay, because literally the next year I ended up getting a Nintendo DS Lite, which I think is a much better DS than the original. If you ask me, it's not as bulky nor as big as the original DS. So I think I got the better one. Now that I'm pretty sure I got rid of. If I actually still have it somewhere, I would honestly be amazed. If I actually still have it somewhere. And if I do, I'll show it off. But yeah. What other Christmas story? Oh, this one doesn't involve me. Well, it kind of involved me, but it's a really funny story. So, one year, my dad, oh, let's see, not saying that the rest are bad, but the DSI got rid of the GBA bad, but yeah, that's, like, it's like the DSI gave us a camera. As if people didn't have a camera on their phones if they even had one. But yeah, the DSI had a camera, but no backwards compatibility for Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. So yeah, that was fun. What else was there? So yeah, this next story involved my dad one time told me, Forrest, if you ever get me a car, I will get you whatever you want. So I told my mom about this, about what my dad said. They both decided to get my dad a car. So we went looking around. We found a car that we think he would, that we probably didn't know if he would like or not. So then we buy it, we put a key to it, and then we just wait until Christmas. Christmas Day comes along. We give him the thing about with the car, and so I said to him, "Now you're gonna get me whatever I wanted, right?" He's like, "Hey, no." Now you guys may be wondering, why would he say heck no when he agreed that he would give me whatever I wanted if it was a car, if I got him a car? Well, that was because, being the little smartass that I was back then, I didn't get him a real car. I got this man a toy a Hot Wheels Corvette for Christmas, and my mom and I taped a key on the package. Oh, it was great. I had a little bit of a blast with that one. I don't know how my dad viewed it, but I think it was one of the little funny pranks I pulled on him over the years. It's so funny. Uh, uh, let's see. One thing I would say about my parents, I don't know who hides the gifts, but whoever does, sometimes has a bad, sometimes they put things in real easy to see spots, like, it's so easy. Like, let me give you there's two examples of this, alright? One year in 2012 or 13, um, I think it was actually, now that I think about it, yeah, it was probably 2011, 2012. My parents got me a Nintendo 3DS XL for Christmas. I already knew what it was. I already knew that they got it for me because somebody didn't think it was a good idea to hide it away from plain sight. I literally was sitting on the bed the night, like we were doing last minute Christmas gift wrapping, right? Um, and I just looked. I wasn't even trying to look for anything. I literally just looked up, and to my right, I see the 3DS. And I went, oh my god, I actually got a 3DS. It was really funny, but then, the same thing happened with the PS3, but how that happened is kind of funny. Because one day my mom and dad were calling me up. I was at home. I was home alone one day, and my parents called me up. You know, I forget what it was about, but as they wanted me to find something. So and they said, "Well, look in the bedroom, right?" So I go in the bedroom, you know, following their orders. I flip the light on, and I look, and above their bed, like above the uh the table behind their bed. The stand behind their bed. On the very top of it, there was a PlayStation 3, the Super Slim PlayStation 3. I started smiling, but I had to stay focused because my parents had me doing something at that point in time. But then I'm thinking, like, guys, who hid these gifts? Because that was twice they hid gifts out in the open that happened to be for me. Who was hiding these gifts? And why didn't you think of hiding them away from the house? Because we sometimes also used, but of course I understand my parents didn't want to do it because, you know, I was living there at the time. Sometimes we would use my camper as the place to hide the gifts at. So as long as it wasn't for me, the gifts would be hidden in my camper. Nowadays, it's basically like a storage unit in itself. So, uh, um, but yeah, those were the two little mishaps with my parents. I still don't know what the heck made them not want to hide the gifts any further than they did. Uh, but yeah, they didn't really believe me when I told them, you know what happened. They thought I was just trying to snoop around, and I'm like, I didn't snoop around. You guys literally hit it above the bed. You guys literally put it above the bed. Jeez. uh, and you know the funny thing about that PS3? I got rid of it, as well as all the games I had for the PlayStation 3 to get the PlayStation 4. And I got the PlayStation 4 with the Batman Arkham Knight bundle when I did so. Um, and you know what's really, and this probably will get a lot of Batman Arkham fans to hate me, but when I first played it, I couldn't really get too into it, but now that I played it recently, you know, as a tribute to Kevin Conroy, who passed away earlier this year, rest in peace, Batman Kevin Conroy, uh, I actually now like it more than I did before. Yeah. Uh, and there's not really very many funny Christmas moments that I can think of outside of my sister when I bought a gift for my brother-in-law. I still consider him a brother-in-law, regardless of what's going on between You know those two, and I'm not going to talk about that. But what happened was I bought him a movie, the whole Saw series. If you don't know what Saw is, it's a horror series that's basically a torture horror film, pretty much. Um, and so I bought, but I knew he was a fan of that series, so I bought him that, and it came with the then newest movie that came out at the time. So it came out with the seven Saw movies, and then Jigsaw to go along with it. And as soon as he opened it, my sister gave me this look, and she even said to me, "Now he's going to want me to watch these movies with him." Thank you, brother. And I just started laughing because the funny thing is, the next year, my brother-in-law gave me the same look. Now she's going to be talking about it. And what I got for my sister the next Christmas was the newest book in the Twilight series. This one was another spin-off. This one taken in the perspective of Edward. And my sister didn't even know that they came out, that there was another new book for it. She had no idea. So when I bought her this book, she was so happy that she got the newest Twilight book. But my brother-in-law said something. I think he was trying to fit in the same thing of like what she was thinking of the year before. But honestly, that year was probably one of my favorite years ever. So yeah. Excuse me. But I really think that was the last year that had a funny. Oh no! Wait! Hold on. Last year, my nephew. I still remember his reaction to it like it was yesterday. But my nephew, I bought my nephew a no wait, I don't know who bought it for him, but I had it under my name. It was a Fortnite gift card because he was such a big Fortnite fan back then. He kind of still is, but I don't think he's as much of a fan as he was last year. But when this boy opened up that Fortnite gift, I swear to God, this boy was so excited. He jumped up and down, and he ran literally right straight to me and gave me such a big hug, I actually almost fell over. I was like, dude, I knew he was going to react like that, but man, this boy just gave me such a big hug. It just came out of nowhere, nearly knocked me down. Like literally, it was like so big a hug. I even was like, it was like that. But now we have, this year to look forward to. So for those of you who don't know, I actually went a little bit more all out for people this year. You know what? I'm actually going to show what I got. Let me turn this around. So I'm going to show you guys what I got, like what my family's getting for my niece and nephews was what I got. Actually, here's the first thing that I got right here. This is actually a phone case for a bike. I actually have a bike. I got it earlier this year, just before we happened to get the snow outside, okay? But this is going to my bike. This is for my phone, which you can see I'm using right now. This is a gift from my mother. This is from my dad and I. We got her an iPad. She actually compared it to her Amazon Fire that's that may or may not be over there. She thought it was like that, but it's actually a lot better, and you know it's different and a lot better in our opinion. But yeah, there's that. Uh, going over here, we go ahead and turn the. Let me go ahead and turn the flash on so you guys can see better. So this is all for my niece and nephew. These two right here. This one is for me completely, and this one is for me and my father. This one is also for me and my father as well. This is the electric charge Pikachu. Yeah, I actually thought about getting that for them because they were playing the Pikachu on Alexa app for a good amount of time at one point. So I was like, why have them go through that when they could just play with that? This is my nephew's Nintendo Switch Lite. This is going to be for my nephew. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a field day. I made sure it was charged up and updated before we opened it for him because my dad was thinking that would be a good thing for me to do. This is my niece's iPad. This is something for her. Now these are more like small things for my niece and nephew from my parents. So yeah, we got 2 snow tubes and whatever the heck this is. I don't know, but that's that. And because I'm in the showing mood, this is our Christmas tree. If Patrick were here, he'd be like, "Ooh, pretty lights." And the tree looks beautiful. Thanks, Penguin. There's some other Christmas stuff here. Over here as well. Yeah. Also, if we go over here, where is it? It must have been moved or something. I don't know. But, yeah, my mom also. Oh, it's right here. This is what my mom got my dad. This is a toolbox on wheels. So, yeah, there's that. And the gift that I got my father is more than likely in his room, but we don't go back there. We're not going back there. But yeah. Yep. Those are all the bits we got. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for some more my sister and her kids. We're still waiting for them to see what they got us for Christmas. My sister already told me, but I completely forgot what they were. But yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. Hey, it's Sosa! How you doing tonight? And Merry Christmas to you too. Oh. I just remembered this. There you go. Also got this too. Yes, that is the Grinch. Yes. Look at this man. Just trying to. I can't help it. I love doing the Jim Carrey Grinch voice. So they want to get to know me, do they? They want to spend a little quality time with the Grinch. Well, I guess we could use a little social interaction. I'm sorry if that was bad. I'm sorry in advance if that was a bad Jim Carrey impersonation as the Grinch. I absolutely love that movie. As a matter of fact, I just got done watching. No, it wasn't bad. What do you mean? Well, some people, you know, how some people on the internet can be. You know, they want to try to bash somebody for no reason just because they can, because the power of anonymity. Anonymity? What the heck is anonymity? What the heck is anonymity? But yeah, with the power of anonymity, they love to hide behind their names and try to talk all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they like to talk all kinds of stuff, but at the same time, they probably also go under a they just either lurk at the same point or they use a different account just to be the exact opposite. But yeah. So oh man, I'm starting to get a little tired right now. Um, but yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be streaming later tonight. If anything, I'll probably be playing some Pokemon Violet, do the Delibird raid, or I might do it off screen, one or the other, honestly. Because I like trying to take part in raids, and that's the latest big raid that I've heard about. I got quite a lot of gifts for this Christmas. Ooh, you know, I might actually do a post, you know, just to see what people got for Christmas if they want to, you know, talk about what they got. For me personally, you know, outside of what I got from my family, I've already said this before, but I bought 3 online friends a gift. And I'm still gonna be buying a few more online friends gifts because, you know, I wasn't really done my Christmas shopping, but my paycheck was like, yes, you are! And I'm like, alright, I'll quit. I'll wait till later to get the other group. But yeah, I'll just say them all. Let's see, 3 games on Steam, 2 games to the Switch, Mario Party, and Breath of the Wild, a bunch of clothing, 2 gloves and what I wanted the most, a Logitech. Oh! Nice! Wait, you said Mario Party, Super Mario Party, and Breath of the Wild. Not very many people I know of have Super Mario Party, but I'm pretty sure a good number of people that I know of have Breath of the Wild. And I actually want to get Breath of the Wild. I might get it on my next paycheck or something. Um, but yeah, what something that I would like to have. I'm probably gonna have to wait until like, for the adult because I am an adult. I'm gonna have to wait for it. This one. Oh yeah, Mario Party. Oh, both of them. Oh, nice. Like I know that Super Mario Party. I feel like so many people prefer Mario Party Superstars over Super Mario Party. But you know what? Honestly, with Super Mario Party, it's pretty different. I can't deny Super Mario Party is funny, although a little bit too casual. That's what I was about to say. It was more like where, if you think about it, Super Mario Party is more like a beginner's game on the Switch. Kind of like, kind of like how people said the Wii U was like a prototype to the Switch. Super Mario Party was pretty much a prototype to Mario Party Superstars. The only difference is one involves use of Joy-Cons while the other doesn't. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Mario Party Superstars is in a league of its own, 100% savage and full of chaos. Pretty much like the OG Mario Party. Speaking of which, you know what we should have gotten? You know what we should have gotten? We should have gotten Mario Party 3 because there's that one snow level, that snowy board in Mario Party 3 that they have. But unfortunately, they don't have Mario Party 3, just 1 and 2. But yeah, I feel like Mario Party Superstars would be like Mario Party 1 and 2, like the OG Mario Parties. Because holy crap, can it be a little bit crazy in the newest one there. And the only problem is that Mario Party Superstars doesn't have as many playable characters. Yeah, and they don't have DLC. Yeah, and that's a bit of an issue people like myself have with Nintendo. Like, I love Nintendo games, like, don't get me wrong. And there were some really good, games that came out this year by Nintendo, but there were so many games that felt like they could have done more with it. They could have added more. They could have done better, done more in some areas, if not a mix of both. Uh, yeah, that's been a problem with Nintendo here recently. I don't know how long ago they were starting to do this kind of practice, but it wasn't really a good practice. It's not a good business. Like, for a business standpoint, yeah, of course they're going to try to do things like that. But from the consumer standpoint, we don't really like it when that happens because then it makes us think, well, they should have charged us 40, $50 for it because 60 is just too high a number for this. Um, and they would actually be true, honestly, with that. Um, what was I? Uh, hmm. Trying to think about what I was about to say because I literally just stopped myself literally just before I said my next sentence. Um, Shit, I'm getting so tired I don't even know what the heck I just said. Oh man. Let me see. Maybe if let's see. You can't play Hammer Bro, Goomba, Koopa Troopa, Bowser, etc. Mainly the low. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of very late in the night for us. Well, it's early in the morning for you. It's late at night for me. But it's fine as long as we have fun. That's all that matters. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, so what do I think about? But yeah, I actually enjoyed playing some of the games that came out this year. Uh, for one reason or another. Of course, I can't play all of them, but the number that I bought in 2022, my personal favorite game of the year was Stray. I haven't finished that game all the way yet, but I absolutely love that game. Just because of the fact that you get to play as a cat. I do agree. Switch games released this year are a mixed bag. Yeah, I feel like they should stop with that mentality. They really should. But what can you do? And I'm saying it in its most full of sense way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But sometimes businesses don't have common sense or consumer sense, as I'd like to call it. Um. Hmm. Oh man. And then you have Mario Strikers Battle League and Nintendo Switch. Yes. Battle League is still kind of getting its fair share of DLC though, so I won't bash it too much, but they're not, but they have yet to send enough for me to think that the $60 is warranted at the point in time for that. But for Nintendo Switch Sports, I haven't really played that game to get my thoughts on it, so I'm not gonna say something about a game that I never played. So yeah, uh, but yeah, the only games that I played this year that were new releases were Pokemon Legends Arceus, a game that I need to get back into. Pokemon Shining Pearl and well, no wait, that was the year before. Wait, was that earlier this year? Was it? No wait, that was last year because they had released Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl last year, and they released Legends Arceus this year, and then they released Scarlet and Violet near the end of the year. And contrary to some people, I honestly like uh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Uh, Arceus is still underrated. I need to finish that game. I really do. I need to grind my way up to the next part of the story, though. That's the only problem. And so because of that, I haven't really gotten back into that game because I have to grind my level up. Like, I have to grind my research level up immensely. And it's such a pain in the butt to try to do. For me, anyway. Uh, it did sell the worst simply because it wasn't a dual release like the other Pokemon games, but still not bad enough to be considered shameful. Yeah, I even know a friend of mine that absolutely loves this game, like, she even considers it one of her favorites. Oh, I just realized, now I know what I was going to talk about at one point. My online friend, I believe it still sold over 12 million. You know what, honestly? Still not a bad number, really. Even if it's still at the bottom of the barrel and it doesn't compare to other Pokemon games, it's still a good number regardless. But yeah, I actually was thinking about my online friends, and I never answered. I never said what I got for them. For anybody that's new here, for my what? So I bought 3 online friends a gift. For this go around of gift giving. The first one was Azalea22, a very good friend of mine. Uh, I bought her a copy of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy on the Switch. Let's see, then again, it was also released in late January. It's only the busiest time of year when it comes to anything that isn't named. Yeah, true. But yeah, I bought that. Uh, I just bought it the other day when I got paid, actually. Um, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, I bought her a copy of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy on the Switch. And I don't really care if she chooses to stream that game or not, as long as she's having fun. That's all that I honestly care about. After that, I bought another VTuber friend known as Mia Minako, shortened to Mia. I bought her these eight uh, uh, lucky chains for another friend of mine for Christmas. They absolutely loved it. And then I bought a third friend a uh, set of bird parfait stickers. So yeah, I'd say it made a good number of people's Christmas. I even did a giveaway the other night for a copy of the winner's choosing of Scarlet or Violet. I might do it again, but we'll see when that time comes. If anything, I might try. I'll see if I can do it in January, but this time I'm going to be more precise and just say, hey yo, anybody want to do this? And see how many people actually join us doing it, you know? That'd have been funny. Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, you know what, honestly, I'm surprised that I'm still staying up this late, but I'm actually feeling so tired that I can just somehow barely keep my eyes open. Because here I am with my eyes closed, but I can't get them open. Well, actually, yes, I can. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, it's a little kind of hard to open them when, you know, it's kind of hard to open my eyes when, you know, the eyelids just don't want to work with me. They're like, no, you must do this now. Yeah. Sometimes I feel completely tired before 2:30 p.m. Sometimes I don't feel tired at all, even when it's 1 a.m. Same way here. But here recently, because of recent things going on in my life, I actually had to switch my sleep schedule around to you know, it's cool. It's all random. Yeah. But anyway, I know it was a bit of a short stream, but I'll be doing another live stream later on tonight to make up for this. So, That is going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I pretty much said everything that I wanted to talk about. Acting school does allow me to sleep later than usual, but yeah, yeah, that's just how it be. That's just how it be. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to get more tired to the point where I honestly cannot keep my eyes open for too long without accidentally closing it for so long. You know, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and edit here. Oh wait, hold on. I'll be doing a community post, but I want to thank the following people here. So, wait, hold on a second here. Alright, then it was a bit chill stream. See you another time. Alright, family, the bitch for see you later. But I did want to do a bit of a thank you part of the stream real quick because I find it fitting that we ended on a very positive note. I wanted to give some thanks to a number of people here. I would like to thank the good friend that has helped me through everything that I had to go, every negative thing that I went through over the year. She has helped me very much with, and I could not ask for a better person to help me get better, help me feel better than Azalea 22. She is, without a doubt, one of, if not the most positive people you will probably ever meet. But just like someone like me, you know, just like a person with a tough attitude, uh, yeah, with a, even with somebody with a real attitude, I lost my train of thought already. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back to me at a later point in time. But, yeah. She is such a positive person I have ever met in my entire life. One of the most positive people I've ever seen, I've ever met. And I wish her all the best. And I hope that she makes it to 11,000 subscribers. She's still gradually climbing that rank of, you know, that which I talked about. But yeah, one of the nicest people ever. I'm trying to think of my train of thought. It had something to do with it had something to do with Azalea. I was trying to say something there. I don't know. But anyway, I did want to thank Snapchat for and Lightning Farron for doing and Grande. So Lightning Farron, Snapchat, Grande Gamer. You know, I want to thank you guys for giving me a few good moments of positivity. Grande came back to me one time and basically said, yeah, thank you so much for that for us. Then later on, when something was going on with him, he later came back at some point after that. Yeah, so I think yeah, so many people helped each other out this year that it's not even funny. So yeah, it was a great time. Uh, you know, I'm losing my. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Uh, I'm so lost and confused from tiredness, and I absolutely forgot what I was doing at that time. At the same time of what I was trying to say. But long story short, Cat Grande, you know, just so many people helped me out this year. Two of whom I worked with uh, in a collab. There we go. I couldn't think of the word until just now. So yeah, the collab. But then something happened, I completely forgot about it. Yeah, that's gonna be my way for a little while. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go to bed and talk more about, things later. And I'll even show off what I got for, Christmas from my family. Oh, and, by the way, I also got a jacket that I actually really wanted. I might do something at a later point in time just to see how it works. But yeah. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys. And appreciate everybody for stopping by. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your day and a happy and safe Merry Christmas. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will see you all later tonight possibly doing some terror rating in regard to a Delibird. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, this is Forrest Walpole signing off.